And
Live from Atlanta, Georgia.
live from Rock Hill, South Carolina at the Bear Cave.
Welcome to the Keto Show. I'm Mike, your reformed fat man. That's Lee, Smoking Bears. And we're going to do something where eggs is the star of the show.
Yes. Last week we had a guest who said he had trouble cooking eggs in cast iron. Well, it just so happens that's one of the things I do a lot of. I do a lot of eggs in my cast iron, and let's see if we can't help a fella out.
Heck yeah.
So,
and I'm going to be cooking in, it's the nearest thing to cast iron you're going to find. It's a Ninja pan, and it's heavy. This is heavy like cast iron. And it's not cast iron, but it is the closest thing I've found to cast iron without being cast iron.
Okay. Now, I went and digging. I didn't have to dig too hard. You know, all my stuff's just laid out all over the place. But they always tell you that the rougher the skillet, the worse it's going to stick.
Yeah, I've always heard that.
So let me tell you what. This is what I did for y'all. We have the new Lodge Heart Pan.
All right.
New this year. It's only been out for a couple months. I just got this a few weeks ago. And the only thing I've cooked in this, well, I didn't even cook it. I washed it and seasoned it. It's not even been, you can see the roughness in it.
Yep.
All right. So it's brand new. So first cook is tonight.
Okay.
I'm going to show you eggs in it. The other thing I got is, you know, you go through, like at Christmas time, you go down the Christmas aisle and at Walmart, and they have those, the cake or the brownies that come in the, with the cast iron skillet.
Yes.
This is that cast iron skillet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a neat.
You can see by the size of my fingers how big this is. It's not very big.
No, it's not. That's about 2 eggs worth of size.
Yeah.
Maybe even one.
It's a 1 egg skillet.
Yeah.
And you can see the roughness in it. Hear that?
I hear it.
This has only been used maybe twice, and then it's like a wall hanger.
Okay.
But I brought it down, I washed it up really quick, just get the dust off of it, and we're going to see if I can make one stick.
All right.
Or not make it stick.
Well,
So,
you know, I have had scrambled eggs to stick to cast iron, but it was my fault. I cooked it too fast. I cooked it too hot, and I didn't get enough butter in the pan to be able to take care of it either. So I know that was my fault on that one. A fried egg, I've never had one stick.
right. Because you got so much oil in there that it boils it on top.
Right. Yeah.
So,
but you know, I get it. You know, if you cook it a little too hot and you don't have enough butter in there, and you got to put the butter in the pan, not in it. There's Rusty, and we got Rick Wynn 96. Hi, fellas.
Howdy, fellas.
So
one thing
first.
The one thing that I found is if I'm doing an omelet and my skillet's too hot, I add the egg slow.
Yeah.
I always whisk my eggs up in a Pyrex.
I do too.
And then
I do it with one that I can pour like a measuring cup like you got right there.
Yep.
It makes it so much easier.
You can pour it nice and slow.
Yep.
What that's doing is you'll have your oil in there, and that will help solidify the egg slowly.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not trying to do too much at once and you get a temperature drop too fast.
Right.
But I will say this griddle that came with my camp stove is one of my absolute favorites for eggs. I've got it pretty smooth. I know my hot spots. And this little doodad right here. It's just a Cracker Barrel. It's a thin griddle.
Yep.
This is awesome that I had to perfect how to make over easy eggs.
Okay. Yeah.
Cousin.
There you go.
Who we hang out with a lot, and she only likes over easy eggs. So as when we were staying with them, you cook breakfast for them, right? When people
Right.
stay. So I made sure I took this pan so I could make her some over easy eggs.
There you go. But now,
I've done it in corn stick pans.
Oh yeah.
I
saw the brownies, man. That's cool.
Cool. The brownies.
Yeah.
What's up, Scotty? What's up, Drunken Chef?
Hey, guys.
I had seen the brownies years ago as a meme.
Uh-huh.
And it had that picture of all the brownies, and it said, I did brownies in my corn stick pan, and for some reason nobody's eating them. And I was like, I'm doing that. And of course, it's taken me several years to get there, but I got there.
There you go.
But we've done eggs in the corn stick pan, and I'm sure we can probably get to it tonight too.
I don't see why it wouldn't work in that. I really don't. I believe it would.
The big concern is because it has all the little dimples.
Yeah.
People are afraid that they will stick.
Yeah.
So to get your baked goods not to stick in one of these, you preheat it with your oven. Get it hot. And then what I always suggest is hot iron, cold oil.
Oh.
So you heat this up in the oven. Then you can hit it with a little spray.
Yeah.
Little spray, and then you put in your stuff. You'll be good. If it's, if you just throw your stuff in there, it'll stick.
Yeah.
One caution though with this spray, it's just a regular spray. Anything other than cast iron, I don't recommend because the propellant will eat your non-stick coating on those pans. Nobody ever tells you that because they want you to buy more pans.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Cast iron doesn't do anything to it.
No. Well, there's no non-stick coating on it, so I mean, it's
Right.
just iron that you've treated. Let me ask you something. If you were to get a pre-seasoned pan, buying it that's pre-seasoned, would you season it again anyway?
As far as stripping it down to bare iron,
just go ahead and season it like it is and re-season it without stripping it.
So when we got this one home,
Mm-hmm.
I pulled the label off. I washed it with Dawn soap and water, got all the dust, all the particles off of from shipping. And then, yes, I heated it up on the stovetop. I did a stovetop season.
Okay.
Heated it up on the stovetop to where the handle's hot, everything's hot. Wiped it down with my rag that's saturated with buzzy wax, and then let it go. So it kind of smokes off, it carbonizes. It's quick stovetop season, yes.
When you oven season, what do you, or stovetop for that matter, what do you use for the oil? Or
I use, I've got buzzy wax.
Okay.
That's something that I started using years ago, and I like it.
Okay.
I've tried one called Cast Iron Cure that was by a subscriber, and I really like it. I liked it too. I've done Crisco. I've done canola. All that's good stuff. Scotty, what's up? Charlie? I like canola oil because it's cheap. So that's good. I mean, it's cheap. Vegetable oil, like soybean oil, and those kind of blends that have soybean in it.
Yeah.
Smoke point's not high enough.
Yeah.
So then you end up getting sticky. And if you get one that's sticky, put it back in the oven, get it hot, wipe it down again with a blue shop towel or even paper towels. Wipe it down, try to get all that off there, and then heat it up again and go.
Now, have you ever tried avocado oil?
I have not.
Okay.
Only because the price.
Yeah.
Compared to...
Oh, the others are way cheaper than it. Yeah.
Yes. Compared to what I've got on hand, I just don't use avocado. I've never used grapeseed because...
It is more expensive. And I've got a friend who he will not use anything but Crisco.
Yep. Yep. And Crisco's fine. If you're wanting a natural, no chemical added ghee or bacon grease is your best bet. If you're wanting to go that, there's no chemicals in it, no preservatives, ghee or bacon grease would be your best bet.
Yeah. Well, we've got some questions about what's on the menu other than eggs. Well, you want to start with what you're going to actually make just give the whole thing? Bam, look at that.
I found this in the pantry. I can't even show it to you because of the glare. Anyway, it's the teriyaki Spam. I found it because I was like, gotta have something with it, right?
Oh, yeah.
My steaks are still frozen, so I'm going to throw in some Spam. I've got some eggs. I'm going to do some different ways because my dogs love eggs as long as I don't put onions in them.
Mm-hmm.
So I got some pesto. I got some hot sauce, some cheese.
Yeah.
So we'll mess around with some of that. These are good for smoke point, and it's a lot higher. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yep. So Scotty's mom used to use Crisco. Crisco's been around forever.
It has.
And the only thing with that is years ago, they changed their recipe for Crisco. Yeah. So they had to go cheaper. So it's got a palm oil and a soybean oil in it with a couple preservatives. So if you're looking for no chemicals at all, you would want to stay away from that. But it's a fine thing. It works great. I've done a video where I compared Crisco to canola to Buzzy Wax. They all work fine.
Yeah.
They all work fine. I know the one guy on here, he uses ghee. High smoke point. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
Now, I've always been told to, in an oven, do it at 400. What do you do?
Ooh, that's interesting. So on a naked piece I just stripped completely, and I'm starting up from scratch, I'll wash it with cold water. I'll wipe it down with whatever kind of oil I'm going to use, and then I put it upside down in the oven, and then hit the oven to preheat to 250.
Okay.
So 250 will bring that up slow.
Okay.
And it'll also dry out anything that's residual. So then once I get there, then I take it up to 350 once it hits 350, hour, 2, whatever. Then I'll take the rag that's already saturated, and I'll wipe it down again real slow. Well, if it needs it, because sometimes you'll put it on too thin. Sometimes you put it on too heavy. And if you go too heavy, then I use that rag and wipe it down, and it'll pull off any excess because if you think about the iron as your skin,
right?
If you warm up, your pores open up and you sweat. Kind of the same thing, but not really. Technically, not really, but for conversation's sake and explaining, it's kind of like that. So then you rub it down, and you're pulling off all that. So then all the excess. So then it can start to bake. And then I'll take it up to 450, 475. Just depends on what I feel like. And then once it hits there for an hour or two, I'll rub it down again with the same rag. And that will redistribute any excess or add if it needs it.
Right.
And then I'll do that for 450, 475 for an hour and a half, 2 hours. I'll come back and do it again at that temperature. I'll do that 2 or 3 times every couple hours. And then I shut the oven off and let it cool down overnight.
Okay.
Because for me, if I found out that I didn't have to heat it up, cool it down, heat it up, cool it down, heat it up, cool it up. If if I just keep building on that layer while it's hot, it works just fine. Now, after I'm done, and I take this piece and I go and I wash it, you can use soap and water. If you use Dawn soap, it's safe for ducks. It's safe for cast iron. Right?
Yeah.
I'll wash it, whether it's hot water, if it's stuck on stuff, I might use the scrubby. But then I dry it, and then I put it on the stovetop. Or if it's the Dutch oven, I'll stick it in the oven upside down. I'll put a base of oil, the rag, run it across, put it upside down in the stove, set it to 350, and then I walk away. Let it run an hour or two, wipe it down with that saturated rag, cut the oven off. I'm good.
So right now we've got Bat 13, we got Scotty, we got Drunken Chef, we got Nancy from Our Treasured Home, we got Pickles Barbecue.
Cheers, y'all.
Rusty and Rick Wynn in the chat. I hope I didn't miss anybody. It was by accident. If I did, I'm sorry. So, all right. So what I'm doing is my side item with this is going to be Brussels sprouts that I'm going to cook in the air fryer. But the way I'm going to do the eggs is I don't know how many of you ever heard of shakshuka?
What?
Shakshuka.
Is that the meat on a stick?
No. This is it's a Middle Eastern, North Africa dish, and it basically you make a marinade, or you can use diced tomatoes, either one, and you take and season it up like a marinade, and put all that in there. Then you get it warm, and then you put your eggs into the sauce, and it's like it'll then cook the eggs like almost like a poach.
Oh, okay.
It'll be like a poach, but you serve it on it like a crusty cheese toast or something like that, the classic way. And I've got some keto bread here, and I'm gonna put it on zero net carb bread, and I'm going to put it on. I'm going to season it and put cheese on it and put it in the oven, and then bring it out and put my eggs and the sauce on top of it and serve it with the Brussels sprouts.
Okay.
Charlie says, yeah, shakshuka is really good. Yes, it is. It is very good. I love it.
All right. Well, let's get the fires hot, man.
Let's do it.
Change our angle there, and
let's see if I can do this, and I won't have to put up the second camera here. That might work.
Okay.
As long as I don't get in the way of it. So I've just got tomato sauce here that I'm going to put in. And it's in a cold pan, so I can get this going slowly. And I'm just using one can. And I'm going to put it in at about a medium heat. And let me get some garlic.
Okay.
Yeah, here's the garlic.
So I'm going to start out with using the corn stick pan.
Okay.
So because of the way it sits on the burner, I'm only probably going to use 3, maybe 4 of the actual corn sticks. It'll be the right temperature.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me get. Do I want to use that one? I don't know which one I want to use first. We're going to use this the Lodge heart-shaped pan. Because it's new, right? It hasn't been used a whole lot. Hasn't even been used at all. But it's a new pan. Like Lodge has just started selling it.
There you go.
Hear the roughness? Hear it?
Yeah.
So y'all can see that. It's not smoothed down at all. So we're going to fire that dude up. and get that ready. So, Mr. Mike, how was your week?
It's been pretty good. I got a lot accomplished today. I don't know if you've had to go through this or not, but Paige, with her Alzheimer's, she's on Social Security disability, and after 2 years on that, they move you over to Medicare, and I had to get her set up with Medicare Advantage plan with the Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Okay.
Because April 1st, she goes on Medicare. So that's what I was doing. And I got her driver's license renewed.
Nice.
And those of you who are saying, wait, she's got Alzheimer's, she drives, very limited driving, only the places she knows, and it's only the only place she drives to really is to her mama's. And if she's having a bad brain day and not remembering stuff, I don't even let her do that. So
cool.
Yeah. And but she gets there, and I got her low jack too, so I can do this on my phone. I can do, hey Siri, where's Paige? And it'll pop her location.
You'll need to 3 minutes ago. It looks like Paige cell was right around here.
So it shows Paige is at home. So that's a cool thing. I got her low jacked.
So I added a little bit of cold water to my egg mixture. Just for fluff.
Yeah. And you're doing the one that going in the corn sticks first, right?
Yep. Corn stick pan's right here.
Good. This is just onion powder. So I put salt and pepper, minced garlic. I'm going to put some garlic powder too.
So y'all can't really see this. Let me see if I can. What's up, Honey James? Honey James Badger. I'm changing his name.
How you doing?
Add bacon powder, eggs, get fluffy.
Yep. And here goes oregano, or oregano as we say here. But in the land where I'm half from, Australia and Great Britain and all, it's oregano.
I know y'all can't see this, but we're running about 200 degrees, 220 in the center of the corn stick pan. Like in the center of each corn stick.
Okay.
That's kind of the key because you don't want too hot. That's when it sticks. Barbecue Mike G, what's up, buddy? Induction and gas range cooking. Well, I have yours is an induction, is it? Mike?
No. Well, it will. My pan, it will work on induction. The stove is not induction, no. I've got cookware that will work on induction cooking, but I don't. This stove is not induction.
Okay.
It was going to cost way too much.
Now I'm just going to pour these in.
And I'm basically a tightwad.
Pouring slow.
Let me put this down to low because I don't want to overcook this, and I don't want it bubbling over. It's already getting hot. Let me see if this is. Oh yeah, that's perfect. So it's all what I'm seasoning it with. And basically what we're going to do is just lay the eggs in here. And I got 4 eggs. But we're not gonna lay them yet because it doesn't take that long to cook them. But I am gonna go get. I'm gonna put it down on low.
So with the corn stick pan, I've got 5 of them in here. I'm gonna add a little bit of Uncle Steve's SPG.
Okay, that'll work.
Just right on top. I have an older video where I took a bratwurst and cut it in half long ways, put it in one of these corn sticks, and then filled the rest with eggs. So I had breakfast done at the same time. All my breakfast was cooked at the same time.
I like that. That's good.
Okay, so now my heart pan, let's see where she's at. She's sitting at 230, 238. Yep. So we're going to go ahead and drop. I'm going to hit it with some oil. I usually use bacon grease or the spray oil, but because dude, it's got to come out.
Yeah.
A little bit of olive oil. Only needed like a tablespoon. Just enough to coat the bottom. I mean, I got a little bit more in there, but I don't want to fry the egg, but I want to cook the egg.
Yep. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil to my sauce as well. And we've got olive here. Thank you, Marie and Tom Garden. Tom is still down right now. He's got knee issues, so keep him in your prayers.
There we go. Now I've got eggs going in my heart-shaped pan. Let me pull the camera down a little bit so y'all can see what's going on.
All righty.
This could get wonky, Mike.
No worries. Wonky is okay. You know what? I think I need to change the eye. This one might be too hot for it. I got to get my bread ready here. Oh, well.
There you go.
Let me do my Brussels sprouts first. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah.
I'm trying to
And you're going to get some rise.
Yep. So I only filled them up about 3/4 the way full.
Yeah.
And then there's the eggs.
That's wonderful.
In the heart-shaped pan.
I love it. They're beautiful.
All right, let me put you back up here so we can talk.
Yeah, you get this thing here, and now the Brussels sprouts are going in the basket of the air fryer.
Oh, Treasure Homestead, how are you doing? Now, what I found is one of the best things is these fish spatulas. I picked mine up at Lodge, and they work great.
Now, what I'm doing is I'm cooking the Brussels sprouts at 380 for 20 minutes in the air fryer. And they've been seasoned up, oiled up, so they'll cook just fine in there. Now I can get my bread mixed up and ready.
Uh-oh, Mike.
What's that?
I have stickage.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, look at that.
Yep, they stuck.
Dang it. Well, you said you were going to see how to do when they stuck, when they get stuck too. So you've accomplished the first thing.
So it's okay. They stuck. It happens. Stickage happens.
Yeah.
So let's pour more in there.
Let me put some spray on this. I need more. More garlic. I used up the last.
All right, so now I'm gonna pull these ones out. Y'all can't see that. Let's go to here. Hold on, I got a pop up. I got to take care of. All right, here's a cruise stick pan. Y'all can't see that. I'm sorry. Whoops. Hot fire. Y'all didn't see that either. All right, there you go. You still can't see it, but
There'll probably be a couple of things they didn't see from me too. Pay no attention to what just occurred, what didn't occur, I should say.
yeah, I had the paper towel caught on the burner. All right, there we go.
Look at that. It came out good.
Yeah. Let's see if we can. Can you see the corn ridges?
Yes, I can.
Now, let me show you the pan.
Clean as a whistle. Came right out. There you go. Look at that.
Set that back here. So let's check the heart-shaped pan now. So I did add more eggs to the heart-shaped pan, and she's not done yet. She's not ready to flip.
Okay.
So we're just going to let that go a little bit longer. What else we want to do? Let's go. Did we try this little one?
Sure. That was the one you were going to do the over easy in, right?
Yeah. We'll see if I can't I want to make that one stick.
There you go. That you pull that off, you've done something.
Let's see. Sprinkle some water around the edges of the eggs, and it'll come out. Nice. All right, I'll try that. The Pro Cut, what's going on, buddy?
How you doing?
Nice cast iron pieces. Always wanted a corn stick shape. Man, I tell you what, they're nice, but they're awkward. Not many people know what to do with them. They get them when they first get into cast iron, and they're all like, "Yeah, man, I got this cool skillet," and then they have something stick, and they're like, "This sucks."
Yeah.
But when you start doing stuff with them, and you're like, "Wow, that's kind of neat,"
Yeah.
The heart-shaped skillet, yeah. We were up at the lodge store in Concord, North Carolina, in Charlotte.
Yeah.
And they were having their going out of business sale, and we got it 50% off. It was a killer deal. Would like the corn pan to work in a 350-degree Weber kettle? Absolutely. I do that quite often. I've done brownies, I've done muffins, cornbread, all that stuff. I put it in the Weber kettle all the time. That's actually, I was going to do that tonight as one of my trials to see if I can't make something stick.
Yeah.
And I just didn't get there. I just didn't get everything heated up.
Let me get this out so I can put my eggs in now. I'm ready for the eggs. It's hot now. That's about the right thing. And if I, like I tell folks, I tell my family, I tell my kids, I tell my grandkids, there ain't nothing ever been hurt by starting out low and heat. Everything you can make up the difference, but if you put it in too hot and you cook it too fast, you got a problem. The other thing is once you put it in, you can't take it away. So if if you wonder how much, if you put too much in, just hang on and taste it and see. And you need to be tasting your food anyway.
All right, James, we're trying your thing out. Put some water in there. You see what's y'all can't see nothing. I'm sorry. All right, James, I did your trick there. We'll see what works. Top's not quite ready yet. Oh, buddy.
Oh,
Yep, she's still sticking. Not as bad, though.
now I'm gonna turn the heat up just a touch. Just a touch here, not a lot. I'm on a simmer and I'm kind of between low and high, and this is a double burner here, and I can make it single, and I put it in the single slot, and so it'll cook just fine. You can see I don't know if you can see it or not, but the white's already starting to cook a little bit in there, so we're in good shape. I'm gonna put this in the oven. It's at I've got the oven preheated to 375.
I'm going to move this off the heat so the eggs can finish.
We got to set a 5-minute timer.
5 minutes. Starting now.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, let's take this little dude that's been on the burner for a minute or 12. Let's see if we can't make it stick too.
Yeah.
Let's put a little bit of spray, olive oil spray. Let's do 1 egg. Oh, that's hot. Here we go. Let's see what happens, guys.
Yep.
These are done. So let me pull these to your side. And then I will show you this stuck pan. There we go. It's stuck.
It didn't stick much, though. It stuck enough, but yeah.
It's stuck a little bit.
Yeah.
That's the first cook in this pan.
All right. That turned out real well.
Now, it didn't turn out like I wanted with the, to make it a heart shape.
Right.
But I got something I'll try with that in just a second. Let's see how this is doing.
You know what'll be nice in that heart-shaped pancake?
Absolutely. Look at this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now, let me show you this. This is what I like to do because you're in this little skillet, right? And normally I have my griddle pan off to the side here. I'm gonna use this heart-shaped pan because it's still hot. I'm gonna set it in between the burners so it's not still hot. Hit it with some spray. Take this little doodad. Ready?
Yep.
Let's yeah.
Hey, look at that. Clean as a whistle. Not a bit of stickage. Okay.
You heard how rough that was, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that. That works.
Yep. Now, for those who may have just joined us, what Lee is doing eggs, the star of the show tonight is eggs, which, as far as I'm concerned, is the perfect food. It is the absolute perfect food. It is so versatile. There's so many ways in which you can use it. There's so many recipes eggs are used in. It's full of a bunch of stuff that's good for you. And Lee is doing eggs several different ways in cast iron. What I've got here is shakshuka, which is some Middle Eastern / North Africa dish. And it's you make a marinara and then you put your eggs in it and you let it kind of poach in the marinara, the eggs, which you can see that's what it's doing now. And I've got, you serve it on some cheese usually they do it on a crusty bread, but I'm keto, so I had to use keto bread and I'm putting cheese on it. And I've got Brussels sprouts going here for to do with it. I'm gonna shake them up. I'm doing them in the air fryer. Well, there we go. There's about 7 minutes left on those. And these are coming along nicely. You don't want to cook them too fast. You want them to cook a little bit slow. It's almost like it's poaching them in the marinara. And I'm going to turn up the heat just a little bit. Alexa, off. Let me check my bread.
Okay. So what I'm doing now, y'all
got a 2-minute timer.
We're gonna try some craziness here. Like I gotta turn my hat around for this one, Mike.
Okay. Alexa, set a 2-minute timer.
Okay, so what I've done on this burner here. Let me do a little of this here, right there.
There you go.
What I've done on this burner is I added these pieces of black iron pipe. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
They have notches cut in them. And I use this on my outdoors burners, like propane burner for the shrimp boil pot and stuff. And that gets it up a little bit, so it disperses the heat more evenly on my Dutch ovens. And I don't get as much soot buildup. So anyway, I'm adding that to this to be able to get my heart-shaped pan up higher off the burner so it won't be as hot. It'll still get hot, but it won't be as hot. Does it make sense?
Uh-huh.
So I got to get this to sit right.
Be kind of like you're kind of mimicking if you were cooking outdoors and putting the pan on a rack over the fire.
Right. It doesn't want to. I'm just trying to like Dutch oven cooking. You can adjust your heat if you're hanging. It's kind of the same thing. All right.
Yep.
Well, it's not. It doesn't want to sit. Dang it. Maybe it'll sit like that. There. Maybe it'll sit like that. I had it there for a minute. Okay. So now we're back on. It's not sitting flush, but it'll work for the purpose of this.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to clean it out. If it sticks, it sticks. Right?
Yeah, why not? Let's see what happens.
Okay, so that's heating up. I've got the corn stick pan back on here, and I got it heating up. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to whisk up a couple more eggs. Charlie, I don't know why it looks like that, but it does. So, Mike, I've got a little victory I want to share with everybody.
Okay, go for it.
And it's one of those, a lot of times in keto, we talk about the non-scale victories.
Right, yeah.
And I had one this week, Tuesday morning. And it means nothing to nobody else, but I know what it was like when I watched Carnivore Kip, right? You remember the video where he went running for the first time?
I do.
So in the, December 5K that we did, I ran about 2 city blocks. And my knee it screamed at me for 2.5 weeks.
I believe it. Mine would too.
So I was like, I'm not doing that again. I'm going to keep walking. Well, Tuesday, I'm out there, and there's nobody around, no people. It's just me. No cars on the road. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. I took off and jogged about 30 yards. Felt like my knees were going to give out at every step. And I was like, okay, that was good. I willingly jogged. Then I did it again for about 50 yards. So, non-scale victory, that was something I was pretty proud of because I don't run. I don't jog.
Pause.
But I did for this. So
Charlie says, oh my God, Bear is going to the Olympics.
So now I'm going to add a little bit of pesto to these eggs. Because you can spruce up your eggs any way you want, right?
Absolutely.
So let's put a little bit of pesto down. Don't worry, I won't be giving these to the dog, this batch to the dog, so get the first batch. All right. Now I'm going to take my 3 eggs that I whisked up with a little bit of water. Fill it up about 3/4 of the way. A little bit more. And we will watch that and see what happens.
There you go.
Okay. Now I got the heart-shaped pan right here heating up. And let's just go ahead and hit with some more spray. Right?
Yep.
Coated it pretty well. Let me get the rest of this. It's only about an egg or two. Let's pour it in there.
All right.
And really, I mean, if it sticks, it sticks. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Yep. That's the way I look at it.
But I'm trying to help out my man who was having trouble. There we go. Get a little bit more level. There we go. I don't know if you can see this, but there's the oil that we sprayed in there and the oil in the pesto is helping the eggs percolate.
Yep.
Rolling Smoke, how you doing, buddy?
Hey.
Running sucks, swimming is like, Charlie, I'm working my way over that way. So it was a non-scale victory. It was one of those, I'm like, let's just try this. Let's see what happens. And it felt good. It really did. I did think my knee was going to both my knees were going to buckle at any point, but I haven't done that in, I couldn't tell you how long. So, only seeing your chat, no one else's. I don't know, buddy. Which, I guess it depends on what channel you're on.
Right.
Because we broadcast it out to all the channels. And if people are commenting on somebody else's channel, you won't see it.
Yeah.
All righty, so this is done.
Oh, Mike, that looks good. Let me bring you up here. Wait, where'd he go? Hold on. Hold on. Where? All right, let me do it this way. There we go. There you go.
That's our cheesy toast right there. Bread to put it on. Got a little bit of color to it. And then here is the shakshuka.
Ooh, that looks good.
Yep, it does indeed.
Now, that was just canned sauce, right?
Yeah, tomato sauce. And I seasoned it up myself.
Okay. Just trying to see how easy and low budget something like that would be.
Right, exactly. And here, now this is going to look darker than it really is. It's just toasted. It's Brussels sprouts. So,
Okay.
for some reason on video, things look darker than they really are.
Okay.
So
These eggs are about ready to. They're setting up. They're still a little jiggly. So
am I.
yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. Let me get the missus, see if she'll come in here and taste test for us. Oh, darling. Would you come taste test?
All right. Where did I put? Okay. All right, Mike.
All right. What you got? You want me to swap here?
I'm going to show you this, buddy. We're going to do it. You ready?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and cut this heat off. Okay. Let me get it. All right, you ready? Here it goes.
Go for it.
It might stick and it might not.
We're going to find out right now.
I'm not even going to, you all see it when I see it.
Ah, look at that.
Wow.
Perfect. Perfect.
Thumbs up.
2 thumbs up.
So you see what's still in there? That was from the beginning.
Yeah.
It's all heat control.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true.
Paige, you have my heart. Don't tell Mike.
Oh, never.
Tell Mike what.
Our secret.
Well, hi, Mr. Garvey. Rusty, that almost looks good enough to eat.
Tell him on there.
What's going on, buddy? All right. So now, let's take a look at our pesto eggs. Miss Paige, this is just pesto. Put in eggs in a cornbread skillet.
Okay.
All right? Where'd my fork go? We just loosen these up and we'll toss them bad boys out too. Oh, my goodness.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. Let me tilt this down some.
Yep. So they're not sticking. The pesto's still in there.
Shakshuka, everybody. Here it is.
Shakshuka.
Yep.
Shakshuka.
Mmm.
Okay, darling.
I don't seem to be.
Here's you a fork. Let me get this up here where you're in here fully.
Wow. So what should I start? How do I start eating this?
Just cut
Through
it.
here?
Just cut it anywhere you want.
Oh, it's. I'm not sure. Let me get some of that egg. Okay, here we go.
Oh, I just dropped one.
Oh no. Oh well. Drop still blessed.
Yeah, the dogs will get it, but so what's left in there?
Ready?
Mm-hmm. Go for it, dear.
What's
Drum
left
roll.
in there is pesto.
Yep. Yep. She loves it. She loves it.
Nice.
Delicious.
It looks good.
Mmm.
You saw it. There's no reason to be scared of making shakshuka. It's
No. I could see using like a smaller can of tomato sauce with Rotel.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah, Rotel would work. Rotel would work great.
yeah.
Mmm.
I know, guys, party foul. It happens. It happens. But hey,
Now you have dogs.
I mean, they're going to get part. I got a whole plate of eggs here.
Oh, good luck with the MRI, Tom.
Yeah, they're going to get some of these.
Mmm.
And this is all just fun stuff. I mean, if your eggs are sticking in cast iron, your heat's up too high. Sometimes you got to lift it up off the burner and then get there. You know, because I was on low, I had to lift it up, and did it stick? That was the first time. So whatever's in there was left from the first time.
Right. What you did the second time came right out.
Okay.
Yep.
No, that was the bigger thing. Is that okay?
All righty. Well, the missus is going to retire to the living room and eat supper. And I'll be joining her here in a minute because it's coming up on time.
Boy, I didn't even get into my spam.
Oh no.
Well, I guess that'll be a different video.
Always got something for later then. And
Yeah.
you cooked a bunch of eggs though. How many eggs total have you cooked and how many different ways?
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 different ways. Because I did corn stick pan twice, the heart pan twice, the over easy in the little pan. Yeah.
That's a lot.
So there was what? I didn't even get into this dozen over here, so that was probably about 8 or 9 eggs I had over here.
Yeah. Tom's Food Factory says Lee's always trying to spam somebody.
Yeah, he'll eat that plate of eggs. Yeah, I mean, it was just playing around. I mean, the pesto eggs, that's something different.
Rusty said if he was cooking with us tonight, he said there'd be at least 2 eggs on the floor.
And that would be before they got into the pan.
There you go.
Wellness with Frugal Mama, how you doing? Wow.
Well,
Yeah, I do have some hungry people that help me. It's me, and I got a lab and a Chouini. So they will help make quick work of this because I didn't really add any seasoning to it.
hmm
So
yeah, dogs love eggs.
yeah, in fact, that's how we used to get our one dog. Went the Chouini. She was having problems where she wouldn't eat, and she was starting to get sick. We couldn't figure it out. We would make her eggs and then mix it in with her food, and it would soften the food, and she'd tear it up.
What I made here, let's see. I probably have about $5 in or less invested in this sucker.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I mean, you could have done anything as a side dish with this, and it worked perfect.
Yep, and you got the play around. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's what's great about it.
Yep.
And you learn something. So hopefully sharing our experiences. Like I've always been nervous of doing stuff like what you just made because I'm always like, is the egg getting cooked all the way through? Was it paella? Did they do that?
Oh yeah.
And I'm always like, oh, that looks so good. But then I'm like, I don't know if I want raw egg. But if you're cooking it all the way through,
Right. I left the sunny side up. Now, what you could do is just turn the egg and make it over easy, and it'd be just as good. No problem. You could turn the egg in this if you wanted to, but sunny side up is how we wanted it.
Yeah.
Or you could cook it till the yolk is hard.
Right.
Whatever you want. It's up to you. It's your egg. Cook it like you want.
Think the dogs figured out how to. Yeah.
Yep.
They're terrible, man. Because when we get done with our lives, and I'm taking stuff in, they're coming out.
Yeah.
And they're trying to get out here to see what's dropped. Rusty's around. There's usually stuff on the floor. Just kidding, Rusty. Not really. But
in my kitchen right now, I have 2 dogs right here. If you could see them, they're right here at my feet, and both of them are like this.
Yeah. Mine are at the door. I can hear them whining.
Mm-hmm.
So.
What's up, buddy? What's up?
Mike, this was fun.
It was fun. I loved it. And it was people hear shakshuka and they think, oh my God, I can't make that. You just saw it's not that hard.
Yeah. I'm going to have to try that. I think that would impress my wife.
Yes, indeed, Roller Smoke, man's best friend.
Yep. So, all right, Mike. Well, that was a good show, man. I enjoyed it. I hope doing this, you actually took some of the anxiety away from trying to make something like that. Because I've never done anything like that. Now I'm willing to try it.
There you go.
So, thank you for that.
You're welcome. Make a video doing it.
Yeah. And hopefully doing this and showing a fail. It's not really a fail. That gets me on a whole nother topic.
No, it's not a fail. You just showing
the experience.
Yeah.
Can you put eggs in a brand new cast iron? Absolutely. Will they stick? Ooh, that's still hot. Just a little.
Just a little. It wasn't bad stickage at all.
No. And that'll clean up super, super easy.
Oh, yeah.
And there will probably be pancakes being made in it this weekend.
You're ready for Valentine's Day now.
Yes. And I have a heart-shaped skillet right here.
Mm-hmm.
That we had broken out a couple years ago and made pancakes in that. So we might do that again. Yep. So, Uncle Steve, what's going on, buddy?
Hey,
Man, I'll tell you what, Steve, this SPG, fantastic. and I put one of those things from the medicine,
Mm-hmm.
those moisture things in there.
They work, don't they?
This thing don't clump up at all.
Not at all. Not at all. They don't clump at all.
Yeah. So, all right, Mike. Well, why don't we get out of here, get cleaned up, and
have supper.
go catch the next one.
All right, folks. Can you cook a good meal in less than an hour that looks fancy? Can you make eggs in a cast iron for the first time use? You just found out you can.
Yep.
Appreciate you joining us. Until the next time, what do you say, Lee? The two things?
Did you have fun? Did it taste good? Rock on. Y'all are awesome. Have a great week. Oh, look, it gave you the thumbs up thing.
Oh, I did, didn't it?
Yeah.
Let's
All
see.
right, y'all have it. Will it do it? There it is.
I love it. Who knew that would do that? We found it out tonight.
Yeah, we need to get the rock on. Let me see if it comes up on your side.
There you go.
Nope.
I can't. No, doesn't do it. All righty.
All right, bud. Have a good one.
Have a good one, Lee.
We will catch you guys on the next one. Y'all have a great week.
All righty. Y'all take care.
We